Welcome to tonight's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, and as always, I have a very special guest for you, Rhonda Watson, Customer Experience Consultant at 3E Visions. She'll be with us for the next 30 minutes, so stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. Like I said, I have a very special guest for you, Rhonda Watson. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's great to have you here. We love having people in the community who do great things. We search, we do our homework, and you come up.
Thank you.
So you're definitely doing big things. But before we get too deep into it, I always start off with my hot seat question, which is, who is? So who is Rhonda Watson?
Rhonda Watson is a mother of 3 beautiful children. I am a divorced woman of business. I am the founder and owner of 3E Visions, consultant. I'm a consultant of customer experience. I firmly believe that customer experience elevates a business to the next level.
It truly does. It truly does. And I mean, having worked on the sales side, I know firmly that could really make or break your business.
Yes.
It's all about relationships.
Yes, and what we at 3E Visions would like to do is have a better relationship between business and community.
That's interesting. And we'll get more into that. So you're a mother of 3, which is no easy feat to do that. You know, you've been through a lot of things. What were you doing before forming 3E Visions? Because I'm sure it was always something in your mind before it actually became, birthed. So you technically have 4 children. But what were you doing before?
Before I was doing a lot of volunteer work for my children's school. We live in District 22 here in Brooklyn, so I've done PTA, SLT, CEC, DPAC, PAC, anything that the school allows parents to volunteer, I was there. I enjoyed it immensely. It was a great experience. I encourage all parents, if you can, please volunteer at your children's school. It's so imperative in today's society that parents know what's going on in the public school system.
And that's interesting because you don't hear enough people saying that. Like, we hear the PTA, we know it's there, but there's so many different layers.
There is. It's the PTA, the SLT, which is school leadership team. Then you have the CEC, you have the district PAC, which is the district parent association, district parent advisory council, that's what the PAC is. And there's so many things that transpires during the school day that parents aren't aware of. And like I said, it is so important for us to get involved. It really is. I can't emphasize enough to our New York City parents out there to really get involved as much as possible. Formulate a study group together with your children. Formulate a parent group outside of the PTA. There's subcommittees that you can be part of in the PTA as well.
And it might seem silly, but some parents just genuinely don't even know where to start. So what would be the first thing in advising maybe a younger parent who wants to get involved, as opposed to just dropping their kid off at the bus? You see them for a couple minutes in the morning and that's it,
I know it's challenging for us as single parents. I totally understand, especially single parents that don't have a support system here in America, in New York on the whole. And what I would advise you to do as parents is to find out what other parents may have the same situation. There may be parents who work different hours than you do. There may be parents that aren't employed at this time for whatever reason. So that's the way, to meet. Find out, talk to the parent coordinator. The parent coordinator is an excellent person to get involved in.
And that's what I mean. Who is your initial point person that you should?
The parent coordinator at your child's school is your point person. You get information from them. You can find out how you can volunteer, even if you don't want to be part of the PTA, which all parents are part of the PTA. Whether they come to a meeting or not, you are part of the PTA. Once your child,
didn't know that.
Yeah, once your child is enrolled
I don't
in
have
school,
children,
yes. So once your child is enrolled in school,
my cat counted.
Yeah, well, at cat school they do those things.
Okay,
too.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But at your child's school, the parent coordinator is your first person. And I remember Janice Sanchez at PS 251. Miss Sanchez was that parent coordinator. She was so, oh my gosh, she was so warm and welcoming, and she embraced all of her parents. She wanted us to be involved. Not that it would make her life easier, but it allowed all the parents to know what was going on in the school. And that was important to her. And she was there for many years. My oldest is 26, and she was the parent coordinator when he was in school there. And then when my twins came, 14 years later, she was still the parent coordinator. But she was she was a woman that was involved in the community. She talked me down off of a lot of situations, so I'm grateful to that woman. Hell or high would I do anything for her, because she was that.
You guys still keep in contact?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's a
and you
wonderful
will form
person.
friendships that would end up being lifelong friendships, which are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So 3E Visions, fast forward, you had your twins, you got divorced, you started a business.
Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to level up.
You had to level up, and you didn't get none of that money, so it's like level up.
You have to level up. So 3E Visions, the reason why I started 3E Visions is because I don't see longevity anymore in a lot of businesses in disadvantaged communities, what we call disadvantaged communities. So I wanted to, bring that business aspect of what I've learned through customer service, because a lot of the companies I worked for over the past 25 plus years always had a customer service aspect. Mm-hmm. I've worked for Citibank, I've worked for United States Postal Service, I've worked for Canva, and all of them had customer service training. And I've done a lot of customer service training on my own. So when I come to your business, I'm not coming with just knowledge. I'm coming with training, and I'm coming with tools. As a matter of fact, one of my goals by the end of this year I will be a certified customer experience professional. So you're getting the best. It's not going to cost a lot. It's going to cost, but it's not going to cost a lot.
No, but that's amazing, because businesses will spend money on this.
Yes.
There's funds available for these things.
Yes.
Because they know it's worth the investment to get it in as early as possible. If you get that, that's retention.
Yes.
You will retain a lot of even on the advertising side, when you're reaching out to you don't want to have to fish for new business every year. You want multi-year deals to be signed.
Yes. And what I find with the customer service and elevating businesses to customer experience, it's not that it can't be done. It can be done. It's the way we're doing it. It's the way our businesses are not being trained in. Business owners open up businesses, but very few study the psychology behind customer service.
Well, hold that thought. I want to take a quick break. We'll come back with that.
Okay.
You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. So Rhonda, customer service, customer experience, and I feel like that's a term now that it's not a buzzword, but it definitely has. You start hearing it more because even at my old job, we had a whole customer success team, which they had ended up shifting me on to. So they had a whole role. Our whole thing was to help be that bridge between the sales side, like the sellers who are going in and bringing in the business. And then basically we kind of service the accounts. We were essentially like account managers. We're dealing with the day-to-day and then make sure that we escalate and give you the best experience possible when you come to our business.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what customer experience is all about. It is finding those key performance indicators. It is customer retention, the mannerism, the professionalism that you provide at your business for not only for the community, but anyone that comes in and wants to be served through you. What I find is local businesses. That's why I really started 3E Visions. I would like to help our local businesses with the longevity of their business. I'm finding now a lot of businesses come into what we call disadvantaged communities, and they're not even there for a full year. We're losing some of our businesses for many reasons. First of all, in my research on becoming a customer experience professional, I'm also learning that one of the things that are transpiring is the cost of rent. In certain neighborhoods, same building, maybe 5-block different radius, rent is less expensive for one than it is for another. So that's the first disadvantage for a business owner. Some of them are being charged more for rent and some aren't. The other thing I found out was that certain businesses, producers, are selling at different costs. So what you're finding is business A will pay $5 for, say, a scarf. They're paying $5 for a scarf. Business B will be paying $10 for that scarf. Business C will be paying $15 to $20 for that scarf. Wow. So now a business owner is trying to survive. And then you have where they don't have the funds to do customer experience or train in customer service. And that's where I come in. I do an assessment, a consultation, an assessment, and I give you my suggestions and ideas. I am also very big on customer safety. I studied in Israel under the Homeland Security Ministry there.
Yeah, Israel?
Yes. I went
how
to
did
Israel.
That? We're going to talk about that. I wonder how that came up, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm big on security for customers. There are certain places I won't go, like malls, if they're dimly lit, because it's not safe. It's not safe for me. It's not safe for your employees. So I'm big on safety. I'm also big on Wi-Fi. There is no reason why your customer should have to walk back out of your business to utilize the phone because the Wi-Fi service is not good. So those are
Very
things.
true.
Yeah. So those are things that I look for when I come into a business. How friendly are your employees? How accessible are you as the business owner? That's important to today's customers. Customers want to be treated a certain way, and I believe that businesses that support that serve the community get supported by that community. So it's very important that businesses and customers work together, and there's that relationship. So that there is the retention, the growth in revenue. Those things are very important now.
Do you think you could help our Caribbean restaurants with that
I would
customer
love
service?
to. I would love
there's needs
to.
we just know.
I would love to. I would love to. I'm big on helping people. That is my passion. I love to help.
We could be helped.
No. That's not the case at all. You know, I met an attorney in starting my business, and he said, let me know when you get your business up and running. I want you to come to Africa. I want you to come to Ghana. He says what he finds in Ghana is that the business owners oversell. They make promises that they can't keep. I believe that every restaurant, every business can have customer experience.
I don't think it's a matter of having the customer experience. It's who's employed behind that counter. Because if usually your experience is with that person, the food is good. And the reason why we keep going is the food is good.
The food is good, yes.
Hats off to the chefs.
Yes.
But it's the little lady at the counter when you ask for extra gravy or you ask, there's just certain things we know. It's a common problem in the community.
It is. But it's not that you can't give training and tools for it. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm going back for my doctoral degree as soon as my girls finish 10th grade. That's one of my other goals. But I say that to say this. It's not that we can't learn how to serve. One of the things that I train when I'm, being given the opportunity to train is fostering the mindset of servitude. We are here to serve each other. We're not on this planet by ourselves. And I know this may be a little deep for people.
No,
but
you're right.
We're here to serve, especially if you are in a service industry. You have to understand the concept of serving. And once you understand that concept of serving, and you want to build your revenue, and you want to retain the customers that you have, customer experience is your next level. And these are the things that even in the Caribbean businesses, they can learn. I am willing to put together a meeting and have all businesses that want to come, and I'll share these ideas and concepts with you. And if you need to train your employees, I'll be more than happy to do it. For a fee, of course. Of course. But yes, I will do it because
the knowledge comes with a fee.
Yes, and you know what? I want you to be successful. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I want to see our businesses in what they call disadvantaged communities. I want to really see us be successful. Everyone in America can have a piece of the pie within their capacity. Every one of us can have a piece of the pie. It is available, it is there, and we can have it. You have to remember as a business owner why you started your business in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to say, is it just for the money, or is it to fill a need in the community? Because you started this business in this community. I like to see business owners walk the community, learn who's out there, know who you're serving. In this way, you're helping. And that's how the community supports you. It's very important. It's a new time. It's a new era. If COVID has not taught us anything, it's now the time for us to work together. It really is. This is the time for us to say, you know what, I'm willing to support you. Are you willing to support me? And we're here. Let's do this.
That's true. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. So Rhonda, of course, 3E Visions, a lot of great information here tonight. Whether you're a business owner or just a consumer who might be wanting to start your own business, I think you could definitely benefit from this. A lot of the great knowledge that, you said, you mentioned earlier in the program, you did some training in Israel. I'm very curious about how that all came about.
I went to Israel because I have a master's in public administration from the wonderful Metropolitan College of New York. And thank you. So we went to Israel my degree is in emergency and disaster management. That's what my MPA is about. So I went there and we studied the whole class.
This is your class trip, yeah.
Yes, that was our class trip, and it was a wonderful experience. And then when we had our time off, I walked where Jesus walked.
Yeah.
Yes, it was wonderful. It was beautiful, and I've learned so much from what they've gone through over there in Israel, and it's a beautiful place. If you have the opportunity to visit Israel, it is a beautiful place to visit. And to be able to walk and be by the Dead Sea, go in the Jordan, go in the Jordan River. It was safe, and it was about safety because, we got to see some places that got bombed, and it was just it was so interesting. So I incorporated that knowledge that I learned and put it into 3E Visions as well. Like I said, customer safety is key. Because you won't have customers if they don't feel safe.
Absolutely. How does one get in contact with you, whether you're a business owner or anything like that? How do we reach you? How do we get in contact?
Rhonda at 3evisions.com. I'm also on Instagram, 3evisions on Instagram. So that's where you can find me now.
Is there a good phone number to reach you?
Not as of yet. I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm working on
We
it.
will just keep it all electronic.
Yes, for now.
For now.
Yeah.
What is the significance behind the 3E visions? Is it that your kids?
No. 3E Visions is empowering, elevating, and enhancement.
3E?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, either the 3 E's is going to be one of your kids. When you said that you had 3 kids, I was like, I wonder if it's like the Trinity thing she's going with.
No. I have, those are the future entrepreneurs. I have a future journalist and a future district attorney. Those are what those 3 are up to.
Okay.
Yes.
That is amazing. Well, how do you feel overall having your, just seeing the success of your business so far?
It's been challenging because a lot of people aren't buying into the concept of, customer experience just yet.
Yeah.
They have, they don't see.
It's low on the priority right now.
For some
but
businesses,
it
yes.
needs to be higher up.
But listen, in my studies and in my research on customer experience, 85% of your business, especially if it's customer service, if you're serving customers, 85% of your business comes through the revenue of your customers. Therefore, your customer service or your customer experience needs to be, as you said, high on the totem pole. It should be right under, that should be priority number 1. You have to learn the psychology behind customer buying power. Everyone who has $1 in their pocket can either make it or break it. And it's very important that business owners realize the power that customers have.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why it's like information. People pay so much to just obtain your email address or phone number, something, anything that's a lead, because I have that spending power.
Exactly.
Everyone's competing for my dollar.
That's right. And what we also have to understand is if you're not careful on how we greet and meet and involve customers, it takes away so much from everything else. It really does.
It really does. And it makes the experience just not that great. Like I was saying with the Caribbean restaurants, we may go back for the food, but after a while, it does show up. Like people, like Caribbean people now, or Caribbean Americans, like before it was just certain other ethnicities who would go on Yelp and leave comment. No, we leave in Google comments too. We're going and giving ratings, and we are complaining and talking about it. And so they should pay attention.
Right, and that's the power that you have. When you see those surveys on your receipts,
back of your receipt,
please do them, because you'll be surprised how many other people may be having the same thoughts about the food, about the service. It's not that you're trying to get anybody fired or you're trying to close up business, but what you're really trying to do is letting them know, I frequent your restaurant or I frequent your place of business. I want good service. And customer service is not only restaurants. It's the hair salons, it's the nail salons, it's church.
Huh.
When I was working with a company, I won't mention any names, I try not to mention 20 names, but she didn't want us just to focus on the business of customer service for that industry. She wanted to show us how customer service affects so many, it's a broader aspect. And she showed us a family who went to 2 different churches. And she showed how one church greeted the family and how another church greeted the family. And she said, do you see how customer service even expands in worship, places of worship?
Yeah.
Pastors ask sometimes why people don't return. It's because your ushers and your greeters
didn't make you feel welcome.
Did not make them feel welcome. Did not make them feel welcome. So all of these things,
they do count.
Yes. And why you may want to go with 3E Visions, simply because I'm a hometown girl from New York City, born and raised here in Brooklyn. Yes, there are big companies, but I'm one-on-one. I'm going to give you the attention that you deserve, that your business deserves, that the community deserves. That's my mission. I want to see your business be successful. Your success is my reward.
I love that. And it's so true, though, especially like the Brooklyn community, New York community inside out, right?
Yeah.
So you're not coming from a place where it's like, oh, what you think this should be. No, because you've lived it, you've experienced it. You know what crappy customer service has been.
Yes.
You've worked in places where, so you have firsthand experience that
Yes,
you
I
could
do.
bring and tailor this.
Yes, I've been in New York for 52 years, and that's all my life. So I know what we as New Yorkers will not allow or will not accept. However, we have accepted it in the past. Business owners have to know now we're not accepting
We're
it
not.
anymore. No.
There you
I'll
go.
take my dollars somewhere else. If I'm going to pay $8 for a cup of coffee, smile and dance for me.
Do some tricks. Rhonda,
Yes.
thank you so much, and we'll love to have you back early in the new year just to get an update on how everything
I
is
would
going.
love that. Thank
We
you
will
so
make that
much.
happen.
Thank you.
Thank you. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you can send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back again next week. Same time, same place. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us.
Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.